Hello there, how is everybody doing this afternoon? My name is Pat Crider and I am the Southern Lady. And of course, this is my beautiful granddaughter, Cardi Ann. And she is going to teach her Mimi how to make homemade bread. She has really got into making, let me tell you, this child cooks all the time. She bakes. She really knows how to do bread. So what she's going to do this afternoon, we have decided that we're going to make
Pagnotta bread.
Pagnotta bread, which is an Italian bread. And we're going to start right here in just a second. And Carly is basically going to be doing this and showing you because I don't want to mess it up. So she will be telling you kind of why she does whatever she's doing. And so we're ready to get started. So if you like our channel, guys, be sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and let us know that you like our channel, okay? Alrighty, so here we go. Carly Ann, what do we do first?
So you get your 3.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour or bread flour, and then you add your honey.
Which is how much?
A tablespoon.
That'll be kind of messy. Tablespoon of honey. Honey's good. Honey's good. I love honey.
Then you add your yeast, which would be a teaspoon of dry active yeast.
Teaspoon of honey. I mean a teaspoon of
Teaspoon of yeast.
yeast. Okay. There, that would get. So we
And
got
then you
that.
add your flour.
That is a teaspoon of salt.
Teaspoon of salt.
Okay. And you just use your hands, girls. You see how she's doing this. She's just taking it. And I'm going to be getting the water kind of.
Warm water.
Yeah, we need to kind of get a warm water going here. So we're starting with 1/4 cup at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
All righty. You tell me when. All right, there's the first fourth. There's our first 1/4 of cup. So she is going ahead right now and kneading that in. And I'll just go ahead and get her another 1/4 of a cup because you use it. Did you say it's a fourth? It's a cup and a 1/4, but you put them in 1/4 a cup at a time. So there goes the second 1/4, and then we will. That's actually a 1/2 cup right there. All
That's
right.
3/4.
That's
right there.
3/4.
Might end up having.
And she says that the recipe actually says you may not need the full 1 1/4 cup. All right, there's. Now that's a cup, right?
Yes.
So if we use this next 1/4, we will have it.
I'm gonna need that.
Okay, gonna need it. Alrighty. That is your water, girl. That is the water. So now she is gonna knead this and try to get this all worked in, and we may have to add a little bit more. It just depends, right?
Oh gosh. I'm making a mess.
It's okay. We can clean it up. All right, you ready to put that out? Here we go, girls. So what she's going to do now is she is literally going to start and get this all worked together. After she kneads this for 10 minutes, which we're down to like 7.5 minutes now. We will put this in a
metal bowl or any type of bowl, and you will like coat it with a little bit of olive oil, and then you want to put your dough in the bowl and get all the sides covered with olive oil so when it rises it won't stick to the bowl. You can see it start to bounce back.
The more you knead it, the more gluten it has in it. Okay, you are done kneading. So she's going to take this pan that we had all that in, and you can see what she's doing. She's actually making it into a ball and forming it.
That helps this rising process. All right, olive oil.
Olive oil. Just pour some in there.
Wee bit. There.
Just about a 1/2 teaspoon, girls, not much.
Seam side up.
Seam side up. So she's turned the seam side up, and she's basically just, let me show it to you. So you see what she's done. She's got the seam side up right there. So we're just going to actually set it right here and take our dishcloth right here and just put across it just like that. And we will be back to finish the story. Alrighty, we have been letting this bread rise for 50 minutes, and this is what it looks like. It has risen up really. It's made a really good, pretty good size, hasn't it?
Take it out.
So let's see what she's going to do now.
Cut it in half.
She's cutting the bread in half. So then what do?
Bring the ends and all the corners in.
Kind of shaping her dough again here. Getting all the corners in and making it more or less of another round piece of dough. So she's actually going to have 2 loaves of bread out of this. Let me get her some cornmeal. Just a little dab. A little dab of cornmeal is all she's needing here to put on the top of it. So she's just kind of rubbing it around on the top of the bread.
Use your lame and you want to score it deep.
So she's scoring, cutting down in there. Oh, okay. This is how they do that, huh? She's scoring right through it and kind of making a cross.
Helps it rise and bake equally throughout.
Okay.
And then we just cover it up.
Then we're going to need to cover it back up. There we go. And it's going to need to rise for, 20 minutes. So we will be back. Okay, we are back to finish up the bread to put it in the oven. We have now let it rise for 20 extra minutes after she made 2 loaves out of this one. And what she's doing is she is actually putting some olive oil on the pan to get it ready for the bread to actually sit on that. And she's also going to put, did you say some cornmeal on the bottom? That makes the crust crunchy. Crunchy. Put this in the oven. Now, while we are doing this, while this is actually in the oven, we are going to make what?
Bread dipping oil.
We're going to make some bread dipping oil. Stick around because this is really good. The only thing she's going to do different this time than the last time that I tasted this is she is not going to put the red pepper flakes in it.
And I don't have any fresh garlic.
And no fresh garlic. We're going to actually use the garlic from the little containers. So, alrighty, here we go. She's picking it up with her little thing there, and setting it onto the pan. And let you see right here what it looks like. I can get that out of the way. There we go. See how the bread has the little scores across it? So now she is going to take it and put it in the oven. And it does call Carly for that water. If you can see, we've got some water in a pan right below where she is setting the bread in. That is to make steam in the oven for it.
Which will help with the crust, and you need to put it in at 400 degrees.
400 degrees for how long?
20 to 25 minutes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to clean up right here just a little bit. And then we are going to, let me see if I can just wipe this off, Carly, and we can just use right there. Put it right in that sink. There you go. So now we're going to make the dipping sauce for our bread.
1/3 cup of olive oil.
1/3 cup of olive oil. Okay. What's next?
Tablespoon of basil.
Tablespoon of basil. And you can use, I guess you could use, you could use fresh basil.
Fresh or dried, it doesn't
Fresh
matter.
or dried, it doesn't matter. So if this was the summertime, we would be using fresh, because I do grow fresh basil.
Teaspoon of Italian seasoning.
Okay, teaspoon Italian seasoning. Okay, sounding good, isn't it, guys? And that is
Garlic powder.
garlic powder. What is it, a teaspoon of that?
1.5.
1.5. Okay. Okie dokie, let me dry that off for you. Okay. 1.5 teaspoons of the garlic powder. The little one. Yeah, that one. Okay. All right, you need a spoon to stir that with.
We need salt and pepper.
Okay, you need salt and pepper. I got salt and pepper. Let me get that for you. How much pepper do you need?
1/4 teaspoon.
1/4 teaspoon, okay. All right, there is the 4. I mean, there is your sauce. And then I'm just going to take this lid off and let
1/2
you
teaspoon of salt. Oh,
stick it in here. There you go. 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper.
When you're measuring
I
those
do
things,
a little bit less than a full 1/4, like maybe an 1/8. There.
okie dokie. And you're going to stir it up. Okay. Now, does this have to go in the refrigerator or anything, or what do we do with this?
Just leave it.
We're just, okay, let's let you see what it looks like. It is, oh my gosh, it looks delicious. I can't really show you other than,
Oh, a
Look at
tablespoon
the
of
bowl.
balsamic vinegar.
oh yes, we forgot the balsamic vinegar. How much,
Tablespoon.
A tablespoon of balsamic vinegar.
And you can use fresh garlic, and if you are going to use fresh garlic, mince it before you use it.
Oh yeah.
It
Okay.
also calls for red pepper flakes, but we're not going to use that.
Only because Mimi has acid reflux and red pepper is not good. It tears my acid reflux up. So, oh my gosh, this, it smells heavenly, guys. Oh my gosh. So we're going to be back just as soon as the bread comes out of the oven. We'll come back and let you see the finished product. Okay, we are ready to take our bread out. It has been baking for about, what, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So we're ready to take the bread out, and I want you to see this. It looks great. So Carly Ann is picking it up and bringing it over, and we're going to set it. Look at that bread. Pick that up, and let's see if we can let them see this bread, because it looks, look at that. Can you hold it, tilt it just today? Look at that, guys. Does that not look good? Okay, so what we're going to do is we are actually going to taste this bread. So you want to,
Very hot.
it is kind of hot. Do you want me to cut it, or do you want to cut it? Carly Ann's going to cut it. We're going to slice it out here. You need to have a fork or anything. You okay? Always cutting easy. Okay. And then what we did is I took just a little dish and put some of our balsamic, what do you call it? Dipping oil in it. So we're going to taste this and let you see. Look at that, guys. Look at that bread. Gosh, it looks good.
Spongy.
It is very spongy. So let's just cut off just a small piece, just enough for it to taste. You can cut you a small piece and me a small piece, and we will, let me see here. Don't cut in very small pieces, so we just have to cut it. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to dip right here and check this out. Woo, is it still warm?
It's hot.
Okay, I can take it. So let me see if I can dip it right
Don't
here.
you see it's steaming?
That's okay. Oh, that is good. That is delicious. So, stay tuned, and we will be cooking some other things on our live. If you have not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, and stay tuned, because we will be doing other things on here too, okay? Carly Ann will be coming back with us again later. So thank you, sweet darling, for coming in. All right, see you later.